What is up, everyone? Hello to another show over here at Warrior Insights. This is my channel. I talk about geopolitics. I'm sorry, just wiping a few things off. Today has been honestly a productive day. For me, currently we're going on right now. I actually did my very first interview, and I found that really exciting as a content creator, where it's like, okay, you know, people get to ask my opinions, and honestly, that's the chance where I get to ask for, like, you know, what my analysis is, what I predict is going to happen, and I cannot in good faith say, okay, XYZ is going to happen, but with the evidence provided, this is somewhat of a guess. I know when I first started, just seeing all these other, like, analysis, content creators, it's like, oh my god. And it's like, it's just ridiculous, honestly. And that's why I wanted to get up on here and start, you know, streaming. And today is going to be a short day. I know, so, this is an update. For the next 10 days, I am going to be very, very busy packing. I am going to be moving at the end of the month, so my schedule is going to be a little bit off because I am going to be adjusting to my new place. I will be there for a few months, and then after that, I'll update you as time goes on. But yeah, I am a content creator. My job that I have does involve me moving around a lot, but it's fun. I like it. And I want to thank everybody here for their hospitality. I want to thank everybody here for their support. It means a lot to me as a content creator. As always, before I begin the show, I need to give this disclaimer. Everything you see here is my own views. It's not a reflection of the Department of Defense, the Army, and National Guard, or any other entity. These are all my own personal views. I'm not going to talk bad on any elected official, any Democratic or Republican Party, or any elected parties. Everything here is just an analysis, an opinion of myself, and recommendations, if it gets to that. And also reacting to interesting TikToks where I see that's been kind of my niche of like, oh my god, like some of these people. There are some people here that on social media that should not be, should think before they speak. So, anyways, here we are. This is my Twitch account. I want to thank everybody so much. We are at 36 followers. 14 more away until the second requirement to hit affiliate. Now I need to hit the other last one. That's going to be a little bit challenging, but I think we can make it. But yeah, 14 more followers to hit affiliate, and that's where the money comes in. That's why I'm really excited. I want to thank everybody here. This has been honestly a blessing and a blast to do. Now, do I say myself full-time streaming? Yeah. Working as a streamer, that'd be cool. But realistically, it's not gonna happen. I'm just doing this because it's fun. I like talking. This is my TikTok. Now, obviously, what's been going on, TikTok sounds like they're gonna get banned. Now, here's the thing. The ban is not necessarily of you cannot be on TikTok forever. Like the ban's screwed. It's just more of the U.S. government wants to make sure ByteDance divests from the company so it can allow an American company to take over. But as a result, it'd be like something like what? Meta? I know Trump, when he voted during his term, he specifically stated that he was super worried or afraid that when Meta could possibly take over. And that is, honestly, that is very justifiable. I can definitely see that. Is it gonna happen? I don't know. We're about to find out. But that being said, I'm gonna be on TikTok as long as I can. Try to upload content every once in a while not as frequently. But this is going to be my main source of avenue for content, which will be my Twitch account. Now, if anything happens, I also have a YouTube account. That is like a last-ditch effort. Because I initially had TikTok. I started streaming. Maybe I could do both. But then the ban happened. I'm like, okay, like time to move on to Twitch. Unlike other content creators, I am for the ban. I want the ban to happen. Like being in this app is toxic, and like here's the thing. In the beginning of the stream, you're about to find out why. I gotta tell you, just being on this app, it's just a nightmare. It's just a nightmare. But let's get into it.
Are consistently the dumbest motherfuckers alive. Because I will say I cannot vote, and they will say, oh, then don't cry when Trump becomes president. Am I supposed to pull up at the polls with my Nigerian passport? I am not a citizen. I cannot vote. It is literally in my bio.
Oh, I mean, I follow this content creator because I do disagree with them on some issues, but they are good in regards to, I agree with some of what they say.
I don't even have a fucking green card. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Go cry in someone else's comments. And y'all lesser of two eviled yourself into a fucking abortion ban. So like, I understand why someone would not want to vote for him again when he's routinely talking about how he's okay with thousands of children being murdered. And also, how little reading comprehension do you have for me to say, I'm not a US citizen, and then for you to go into comments, oh, if you're not gonna vote, then shut up.
There are so many bots on here. I'm pretty sure they were interacting with a bot. But that being said, there are human beings that are NPCs.
Up. I was gonna make an open season joke, but the last time I did that, y'all got very, very angry. So I will not be making an open season joke, but like, if you know, you know. Oh, and also, you cannot be whining in my comments about voting for Biden when Biden did not stop the fact that I cannot get a hysterectomy because it's, for some reason, considered gender-affirming care, so I'm just supposed to live in pain. Biden did not stop me from living in constant pain.
See, that's the weird part when it comes to gender-affirming care. Like, they need to be more specific, and what do I mean by that? It's not necessarily just, oh, it's transgenderism, it's like, you know, mutilation, or like, providing pills, like, men like have gynecomastia surgery. I know that. They can also get hormones to replace their testosterone. Females could also do the same, like, you know, the hysterectomy, just stuff like that. This is why when you pass a bill, you need to read the fine print.
Why the fuck would I want to vote for him, even if I could vote?
I mean, here's the thing, like, they always have good takes. I like their takes. One of the biggest problems now in regards to, like, we're getting closer to the wire, you know? Like, what, today's March, now we got, what, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 8 months away until election season. Everything matters. The President Biden and the Democratic Party cannot afford to slip up within these 8 months. Could President Trump win? I can see him winning, but it depends on what's going to happen with the Democratic Party. I don't know what's going to happen. Because the progressive vote is going to split the... I'm going to say split the vote. I mean, they are going to be very upset. Like, here's the thing. When I had my interview today, I mentioned that, you know, during Trump in 2016, he had the Never Trumpers, but they weren't significant enough to do some damage. The progressives on the Democratic side they can do some damage. We saw what happened. As long as they continue to maintain the momentum, and as long as the Democratic Party are kind of at odds with each other in regards to that, the Republican Party might be fractured, but not to that point. In my opinion. But yeah, I mean, you cannot shame someone to voting for President Biden. You just can't. If it got to that point, you're SO.
Going after Hamas, not the Palestinians, then why can't they come in?
Shalom, Chaverim.
So I wanted to see what the rest of these guys
have a great answer for you because it is very simple. And the fact remains that unfortunately, a lot of Palestinians, despite the fact that they are maybe not official members of Hamas, actively supported what Hamas did and celebrated it when they returned after kidnapping over 250 people and
it's longer than 3 minutes. I have a rule of, okay, if it's longer than 3 minutes,
murdering 12.
But here's the thing.
100. Like, I know that white girls like you like to infantilize brown people because they are just so helpless and they couldn't possibly be.
You know, I mean, that's the narrative that I've seen that's been going around. I mean, I mentioned in my interview today where it's like there are people that are so pro-Palestine that they'll kind of dismiss what their mess-ups, and there are people that are pro-Israel that will dismiss their mess-ups.
Anything but the most benevolent human beings that are only in existence as a response to the oppression of people who look like you. But unfortunately, you are wrong because as you can just look at any videos of both the West Bank and in Gaza, that there was massive demonstrations in support and celebrating. In fact, when bodies were being dragged through the streets, you could see people trying to do their best in order to get a lick in.
You know, I mean...
And I have no doubt that...
I find it crazy. Some of the arguments that I've heard about the hostages that were released from Hamas, that, oh my god, they treated them so well. Some of them were drugged up. I don't think anybody talks about that. Also, in regards to that, it's like, bro, like, why are you gonna even, like, that? That is not a hill I want to die on.
That everybody in my comments is gonna be like, well, the only reason they're like that is because of the occupation, and if they just ended it, they wouldn't.
So, occupation, colonial settler state, apartheid, genocide. Am I missing anything? because every time when I hear it, every time when I'm on TikTok, they hit those 4 things. They at least say either they hit the 4 things or they say a variety of the 4 things. I'm just gonna get this. Okay, so this has been trending. So I mentioned it in a few streams ago that if TikTok made one of their songs, like, well, not song, Chinese songs into like a trending audio, people would copy it. Look at what this guy did. Where was it? Yeah, Chinese national anthem.
Oh,
He's not the only one doing this.
hell, the Great Chinese Communist Party.
That's the wrong. Is that the wrong flag? I think that's the wrong flag. No. Chinese. Did they just Google a random one? Yeah, because this is the flag. I think. Because they have multiple different flags. I think it's the army one. Hold up, wait. Yeah, that's the. Yeah, that's the flag of their army. Nice try.
你好，我叫西修. I don't even know.
Oh dear. If I look at this person's profile, what am I gonna see? My gosh. Okay, let's see this one.
Hello, everyone.
It's 4 minutes. I don't even want to watch this. Let's get serious for a minute. A building they want to violate our privacy. Whatever.
I'm going to show you
Oh
3
my
clips
God.
and prove to you that
it's your favorite guy again. Now, your favorite guy. I found him to be an interesting content creator, but here's the thing: he gets like millions. He has millions of followers, millions of likes. But I'm pretty sure they're all bots. And so here's the thing. I want you to look at something. 3.2 million followers. Decent amount. I'll give him that. But here's the thing, and here's where I realize something's kind of on the iffy side. Open it anyway. I don't care. If you look at some of his other accounts, like let's say for example YouTube. Okay, you got 3 million people. You should at
The things that I'm going to expose Tall Knight for in this
you
video.
should at least get some people. But the problem is, I'm looking at his YouTube. He's not getting a lot of people to go through cross-wired. That's why I suspect at least some, like ever since he's went to the pro-Palestine side and just cranking out this content like crazy, like I have very good suspicion to believe that a lot of bots actually kind of encourage you to go on TikTok and encourage you to say pro-Palestine stuff. That's what I've noticed at least.
that they're trying to ban TikTok because this app is pro-Palestinian.
I mean, here's the thing. At least he admits it. I mean, there were like what news articles stating openly that it's not that, it's a pro-Palestine app. It's because that the youth is mostly pro-Palestine. I have my doubts about that. But that being said, I want to hear this because the TikTok ban started with President Trump way before any of this mess happened.
Our first clip comes from the CEO of the Anti-Defamation League, a Zionist by the name of Jonathan Greenblatt.
Is he? Hold up. ADL. I'm probably messing up his name. Is he a Zionist? Because here's the thing, Ethan Klein said it best, like, Jonathan Greenblatt. Is he really? No, I spelled his name wrong. ADL staff decries dishonest campaign against Israeli critics. Sparked controversy in 2012 when he placed opposition on par with ooh. Okay, well, hold on. Let's see. God dang it. Anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. Go away. He singled out Students for Justice for Palestine, epitomized the radical left. Some members of the ADL were outraged at the dissonance between the comments and the organization's own research. What's the speech? Hold up. Here we go. You don't want to sit and go? Just go away. Wait, when was the speech? Okay, this is before October 7th, okay. This is the highest recorded. Anti-Semitic. So it's been growing. Here it is. I'm here to talk about not just a grotesque display of anti-Israel hate, but a great hit of anti-Semitic rhetoric. Everything claiming the Jews are responsible for killing Jesus, the hideous Holocaust analogies to bizarre conspiracies straight out of the protocols of the elders of Zion. And this is the point. To those who are still clinging to the idea that anti-Zionism is not anti-Semitism, let me clarify you as much as I can. Anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. I will repeat. Anti-Zionism is an ideology rooted in rage, predicated on one concept, the negation of another people, a concept as alien to the modern discourse as white supremacy. It requires a willful denial of even a superficial history of Judaism and the vast history of Jewish people. And when an idea is born of such intolerance, it leads to, well, shocking ends. I'm sorry, but why would this surprise anybody? Let me give you an example. Okay. Here's the thing. How did when it, I was kind of in the camp of, okay, no. However, my mind was slowly changing seeing all these pro-Palestine protests. Because here's the thing, it's not every single one, but the thing is, like, you have instances where you have pro-Palestine protesters in front of synagogues, in front of Jewish spaces, protesting against them. I mean, what was it? On the East Coast, around, like, the holidays, you had somebody try to tear down the menorah. Now, there were other, like, reasonable people trying to tell them to stop because it looks bad. But here's the thing, it's like, it's prevalent all over the place. I mean, could you argue he's a Zionist? I could see that. I just wanted to double check and make sure. Because here's the thing, if I pulled it up and he ain't with the state of Israel, we know what he was trying to say.
Let's see what he has to say.
The issue in the United States' support for Israel is not left and right. It is young and old. And so we really have a TikTok problem.
This Zionist is saying that Israel has a TikTok problem because
Here's the thing. Okay, whatever.
TikTok is the place where people are being educated and turning pro-Palestinian.
Okay, no, turning pro-Palestinian, yes, but being educated, no. Every time I do a stitch on here, it's always for me having to dispel misinformation. Daniel Hagari did not resign. What was another one? The U.S. did not drop 38,000 expired meals. Every single time I get on this app and I stitch something, that's because there was an insane amount of misinformation. All I had to do was use Google. That's all I had to do. Look up the news article, look exactly where it was, and 9 times out of 10, every time these claims are based off either a tweet, a post on social media, or a post on Facebook or Instagram. It was either one, or sometimes every once in a while, a video from TikTok. But that's pretty much it. Very rarely do I find very rarely do I find a TikTok that actually gives the article with supporting evidence. That's rare to find.
And that's true. The world has gotten to see the horrors that are happening in Gaza because of TikTok. But that's not all the CEO of the ADL said.
Need to talk about TikTok.
This is the same guy.
TikTok, if you will, it is the 24/7 news channel of so many of our young people, and it's like Al Jazeera on steroids, amplifying and intensifying the anti-Semitism and the anti-Zion with no repercussion.
What you just saw is that he took those ideas from the first clip and went on the news to influence public opinion. Now I have one more clip for you.
In the United States, you are promoting to kids self-harm videos.
Okay, that's the thing. That was correct. As someone who used to be an educator, I was specifically warned that some of the children. Sorry, if you hear noise in the back, that's a leaf blower going. So I'm just gonna have to bring my mic like this. It's way more quiet than the video you're reacting to. Oh, I think I know why. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Thank you for letting me know. Let's go right here. Let's just do mic. Sorry about that. Let me just check on my mic. I'm using a Yeti. Oh, I see what's going on. How about now? Can you hear me now? Hanzik, is this better? I think this is better. Is this better? Let me know if it's better. But yeah, here's the thing. TikTok has been promoting really. Still clapping a little better. Let me just try this. Okay, thank you. But here's the thing. TikTok has been promoting self-harm videos. Like, let's say for example, you jump out of a moving boat. Lower the video volume. I got you. No worries. I think that's what we will do. Loop. Okay, yeah. So here's the thing: they have been promoting self-harm videos in regards to. Okay, I seen one where it was straight up like you jump off a moving boat, but 4 people died from that. I also had no. Okay, there we go. Back when I was an educator, there was an app. We were told from an email: do not let your students charge your phones because there was a TikTok trend to explode like the electrical cord by like having everyone plug in their phones to charge it to overwhelm it so it would blow up. So that was correct.
And anti-Israel propaganda. Why is there such a dramatic difference?
Okay, so here's my thing. It's like, okay, if you're gonna say that, like, give some examples, like, hammer them. But because it's so broad, no, it doesn't work.
That's Senator Ted Cruz arguing for a TikTok ban, using the same exact talking points as Jonathan Greenblatt. Saying that we should ban TikTok because it's anti-Israel, because it's anti-Zionist. The man in that video is Senator Ted Cruz, and when I looked at who funds him, guess what I found? Ted Cruz
Okay, so,
is
yes,
exclusively
IPAC.
funded by pro-Israel lobbies.
Well, here's the thing. I got friends in IPAC, and I was talking to them. They're getting so much more money because of all of this going on with Palestine. The amount of money that has exponentially grown because of October 7th has been ridiculous. You have no idea how much money they made. Man, that's what your tags really don't help. Oh, I do apologize. I'm sorry. I'm still new to all this. You know, I do identify more on the right. Like, I do, like, that's the thing. I would consider myself on the right, like, right-leaning independent. I mean, I used to be very, very hardcore Republican, but then I ended up giving that up. Because look, I'm gay. Like, I'm gay. Like, I did not like how they went after the trans community, because it's like, look, we got the economy in the crapper, we have foreign policy, we have all this other stuff, and and I'm supposed to be worried that John wants to be Jane and Jane wants to be John. I don't care. But yet that was an election, like, they were pushing that so much. I don't care. I don't give a. I don't know. I really don't care. If you want to be, hey, it is your life. Live it. And if you are a parent of a children that is trans, go on ahead. That is your child. I'm more left-leaning. I'd say, hey, yeah, Hanzik. So everybody here on my channel is welcome. Feel free to comment. The only rule I have is do not violate Twitch terms of service. But the thing is, I mean, if you type something like, you know, crazy in the chat, which has happened before, it's going to block it immediately. I mean, you know, if you're going to say something that's kind of censored, feel free to, like, word it differently. But, you know what? Everyone is welcome. And feel free to disagree. I'm always here for disagreement. But yeah, no, like, that's the thing. Following October 7th, following all the pro-Palestinian protests, funding shot up immediately.
Of course, we have AIPAC, the Republican Jewish Coalition, and NORPAC, which is another pro-Israel lobby. The reason this bill was passed so quickly is because of the enormous influence that the pro-Israel lobby has over...
This is where I argue a lot with a lot of content creators. They think that the AIPAC lobby has so much control over Washington, D.C. Want to debate? It kind of hard because I'm very tired. Because Hanzik, where do you live? Because it's 5 o'clock where I'm at.
Our politicians. They've paid them tens of millions of dollars.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, I'm down. Like, if you want to comment, like, feel free to. Like, you know, I normally have like structure. But if you want to, I'm all down. Feel free to type it up. If you want a more like actual like face-to-face debate, we'll probably have to schedule that in advance. But if you want to like debate, have you got a topic you like to debate? I mean, this is like, my thing is geopolitics, but I can talk about anything and everything. Israel, Palestine, Ukraine war. I mean, I think like what? Should the United States fund more to Ukraine? But then again, you're in China. I'm United States. Yeah, if you want to, go ahead, just give me a whisper, and like we can talk from there. And if you also got TikTok, feel free to message me here. I'm responsive to both. And actually, you know what? While I'm at it, let me give you a follow. There, I just gave you a follow. Yeah, I love, like, that's my thing. Yeah, Hanzik, I just gave you a follow. So after this, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you a whisper. That way we can get things going. In regards, yes, yeah, no worries. Thank you for commenting, and thank you for the follow. Thank you for that, all that.
Our politicians serve Israel's interests, and that's
clear. I mean, okay, here's the thing. The United States currently right now, because of President Biden announced in his speech, but there is a temporary humanitarian port currently being built to assist the individuals in Gaza. Now, I'm going to say it towards the end of the stream, but there's been a lot of tension. It's gotten so bad to the point where they don't like Benjamin Netanyahu because of what's going on. Because of his moves in Rafah, in Gaza, now President Biden looks really bad. And because this is an election year, it's not going to bode well. But here's the thing, with President Trump is very pro-Israel. So it's not going to hurt President Trump, but it's going to hurt President Biden.
Clear. Instead of upholding their country's values, my country's values of free speech are first.
Alright, so here's the thing. The whole reason why the TikTok ban is going through, the US could definitely be a little stricter on old Benjamin. I mean, I could definitely see why, but the thing is because we live in with the United States, because it's sort of that two-party system, in the sense of like every 2 to 4 years we have a major election, things get kind of interesting. And this is one of them, where President Biden's like that, but President Trump is the complete exact opposite for the same reason that he just wants more support on his end. And he's gonna get it. After October 7th, after all this thing went down, anyone that is Israel or pro-Israel is gonna go immediately to Trump. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And the thing is, people that are pro-Palestine might not vote for Biden. So that's where I can see, that's where like the president, President Biden's campaign needs to do a little bit of work. Bro, you know how much voter turnout actually to do something? Oh no, like he would get so much more. Like the undecided vote, I think it was Illinois, the 100,000 voters would actually be in support. I mean, I feel, in my opinion, that he's kind of walking the tightrope, where it's like he wants to support Israel to keep his constituents happy, but also at the same time keep his progressive base happy by helping. And it's not like it's wishy-washy. Yeah, no, like the Arab, like obviously the Arab community is not happy right now. You know, ironically, when I was looking this up for my first interview today, guess what? I was shocked. 8 years ago when President Trump was debating, he mentioned Palestine as a country. That was big. Like, I looked at the comments. Apparently that was big. Now, granted, he screwed up negotiations, but no, it happens.
Amendment. Instead of listening to the people on TikTok.
Okay, here's the thing. No one's gonna listen to anybody on TikTok for one reason and one reason alone, is because if you are of a certain thing, it's gonna push your content out. Do you think the US should still send aid to Ukraine still? I believe so, yes. I think that's one more way to kind of like destabilize. So what was it? The national security memo? I forgot the specific terminology, but Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea are the four main state actors against the United States. Yeah, see, no, I agree. I mean, because here's my thing. After Ukraine, like, a lot of people are very, very nervous of what's going to happen next. That's why Sweden and Finland jumped in and joined NATO. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Some of the disagreements that I've seen in regards to not funding Ukraine have been primarily based on either Kremlin propaganda or have been given an isolationist argument, which I don't think we can afford right now. I feel like Ukraine ain't going to be advancing no more, but the US should do... You know, honestly, here's the thing. It's not necessarily of keep trying to take all the territory back. It's just stay where you are right now and let everything else crumble around. Because now Russia has to worry about Finland. Has to worry about the long northern border. Now we also got attacks. Now they also have to worry about, like, ISIS in Russia. And you also have to now worry about, what was it? The Free Ukrainian Legion in Russia. Now, the whole thing's going nuts. And I'm going to mention it towards the end of the stream, but here, let me give you a little sneak preview. We'll continue. Oh, I hate this thing. Okay, allow ad blocker, I don't care. But look at this. Oil prices rise after drone attacks on the US refinery following those attacks. So here's the thing, it's going to be a slow trickle until bleeding. Yeah, not like, no, Ukraine to invade Russian territory is crazy. But this stuff, okay. I'm done with this guy. Here's the thing, end of the day, it's not because it's pro-Palestine stuff, it's because of the fact of, it's divestment, it's divestment from, ByteDance. 14, I think it's 14 at this point. 14 times, it's like, okay, it's like boy that cries, it's the boy that cries wolf scenario. I don't want to like say do it and then he actually does it, then we're all screwed. I don't want that to happen, but you know what I mean. Okay, I will admit this, Godiva Goddess, even though I disagree with you on some point, I gotta say this new look, I love it. I might disagree with you, but if you're if If your outfit's good, your outfit's good, you know?
Never rest, I guess. So here I am. Breaking news. Hold on. Baby, I had to take my rubber bands out for this one. Because didn't I tell y'all nickels?
Oh, okay. Okay, when she says that, I don't know if it's going to violate Twitch terms of service. But here's the thing. Okay, if she's going to talk about this. U.S. Senate leader says Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is an obstacle to peace. Look, here's the thing. Prior to October 7th, he was very unpopular. I have a few friends in activism that didn't despise him. They marched against him. They were doing everything they can. And guess what? Now, after October 7th, what's my stance on abortion? I used to be very, very pro-life. I used to be. It wasn't until I became a school teacher and I ended up realizing do I believe it's a human being? Personally, I believe so. But here's the thing, and this is messed up. There are some fates that are worse than death. Honestly, that's my own opinion. Look, I am a limited government type of guy. I honestly am. And that includes abortion. Because here's the thing, this is what I don't like. With the Republicans, when it comes to abortion, some of them are very extreme to the point of, oh, no abortion at all. But here's the thing, there are some instances where you kind of have to. You know, obviously, some can concede to the life of the mother, that's okay. But there are some instances, like anencephaly. Anencephaly, I am so scared that I'm going to get banned, but it's something worth noting. Anencephaly. Don't ban my account, Okay, here it is. Anencephaly is a birth defect in which the baby is born without parts of the brain of the skull. Like, it's dead, it's dead the second it leaves. It's a very messy issue, and I don't think the federal government has the capabilities to deal with this. It should be left to the state, and even then left to the state, I personally agree that, look, I do not like it. But if you're gonna do it, go right on ahead. I'm gonna stop you. That's my thing. I do not want to play this because I do feel like she's gonna like trip off the alarm sensors. Okay, here's the thing. When it came to the TikTok ban, it was the U.S. Senate panel. Part Democrats, part Republicans. They all got access to information on confidential information on a briefing about TikTok. 50. Everybody said ban the app. I want to know what was in those documents. I want to know what they said to have every single person in that room say, no, ban this thing. And look at this. Like, here's the thing. Like, to get all of this red and blue, man, you got to be doing something right. Like, you got to be doing something to, like, scare these people. Now, opposition has been pretty interesting. Obviously, it's mostly Democrats. I'm not surprised. It's a lot of progressive. Like, I know Rashida Tlaib. I think she was one of them. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. But you also have some very, very staunch right-wingers. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene was one of them.
This is the shit that really matters. Especially during an election year.
Well, yeah, the thing is, President Biden and the Democrats are kind of screwed when it comes to this. I'm not surprised.
One of these blue chairs is very prominent career politician Nancy Pelosi, who I am ashamed to say, even though she represents California, was born in Baltimore. So let's listen to what this 83-year-old hag had to
God damn, okay, this is what I tell people, don't take things too personally and don't get like so upset over social media. If you ever find yourself as a content creator that upset to the point, take a break, put the phone down, put the computer down, and take a step away. Because I guarantee you this, if you get so emotional you're screaming into the mic, more than likely you're gonna say something and something's gonna slip and you are how do I put this? You get you get canceled. Okay, so let me go off on a tangent now about talking about politics. There was a content creator, his name was, I forgot what it was. You're a Korean guy or something like that. It went along those lines. He got very, very upset at a comment, because here's the thing. That guy had an OnlyFans. Now, I'm not just saying anybody that does OnlyFans. You do you. Earn your money. Okay, Hans, I'm going to say this and I'll get your comment. So here's the thing. You do you. Make your content. I don't care. You know, it's a free country. Do whatever you want. So, he makes this. He has that, right? But he also has his own TikTok where he is a pianist. Now, one of the comments was kind of like, hey, you look familiar, you know, like kind of alluding at that. All right, hey, PUCK. Okay, all right. But anyways, here, let me wrap this up. Then I'll get to the comments. So all that goes down, right? He makes a video and he ends up saying, "This is why us Koreans don't like you people, especially you Filipinos." And I'm like, "Ooh, I'm Filipino, okay?" And then coming right after him, I'm like, "Damn, like you have invoked the wrath of the internet. You are about to get canceled." And canceled he did. And not only that, people saw his OnlyFans stuff. Okay, and this is the part where I think that everybody kind of crossed the line a little bit. This is where people crossed the line. What ended up happening was people were leaking his OnlyFans stuff, and I'm like, okay, come on, like the man's gotta make his money. But to wrap up my point, look, if you're getting emotional, don't, because you might end up like that guy. Okay. I base my own position on abortion on whether the baby is conscious. I always say I care not about life but consciousness. I heard that consciousness starts to develop at 24 weeks or something. Like part of the brain. Okay, yeah, no, I've heard that too. So I say before that, do whatever. Afterwards, don't get an abortion unless you really can have the baby. Yeah, I can kind of see that. Freedom of choice to kill a baby, but not a freedom of choice to utilize the social media of our choosing. Okay, so Puck, I'll say Puck because if I say the full thing, I don't know if I'm gonna trouble censor. So Puck, I mean, this is my thing. This is what I said. I don't know if you just jumped into the chat, but this is my thing that I argue about TikTok, and I have it too. Like I'm not gonna throw stones at glass houses, but TikTok has shown. Hey, no, it's fine. Everybody here is welcome. Feel free to comment. I don't care. This is a safe space for everybody. So. When it comes to having TikTok, like, look, here's the thing. Social media, I don't care. Post whatever you want, say whatever you want. That is your thing. I do not like TikTok because it is a security concern. I don't know what was said in that panel to have every single person in that Democrat and Republican get rid of this app. You also have, like, what, President Trump was screaming about this in, like, during his first term, where they don't want this app. I'm in the favor of, like, this is a matter of national security concern. Because here's the thing, with Twitter, with Facebook, Instagram, at least they've done their best to kind of curtail against misinformation. TikTok doesn't do that. They actually push it out. I mean, a few of my TikToks, if you go into my TikTok, some of my stitches include having to dismantle misinformation. That's why I don't like it. But I'm curious. If you want to say more, by all means, not challenging you. Well, in a sense, I am. You know what? I am. But hey, if you want to talk more, like, feel free to. I'm all, like, my chat is open to everybody.
Had to say about it.
This is not an attempt to ban TikTok. It's an attempt to make TikTok better.
Okay, so here's the thing. Look, I want TikTok on here. I want ByteDance to be divested. I want the TikTok CEO to invest in an American company and not from ByteDance. That way it kind of protects everybody's data and social media. Ah, cringe.
So yeah, that was pretty fucking brutal, and I'm from you and Matt Gaetz, who...
Okay, are we gonna...
One of the little things they have away from them. And yes, I...
Honestly, like, YouTube Shorts is a little... Like, YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, honestly, I find that a little bit better. That is a little bit better than TikTok, in my opinion, but I make money off of TikTok, so... Okay, I'm an American, so I wanted to respond to some of this right here.
These are the top 5 reasons America is stupid. No.
Hit it.
One, your name, the United States. Oh, so united. Except
and now I can't react to the original video because I think he got rid of it.
For your laws, your taxes, your politics, your rights, your views, your weather, your news, your fashion, your culture, your time zones.
America is a big country. A lot of people don't understand that. We have 3 time zones in our country. Well, I mean, not counting Alaska or Hawaii, there are 3 time zones within our country. It's very, very massive. Also, on top of that, it's like, it's so culturally different. You go to a different state, it's like you went into a different country. I've been all over America. New York, Alabama, Texas, Oklahoma, New York, Virginia, North Dakota, South Dakota, Texas, Nevada, Washington. I've been all over the place. And I'm going to tell you this up front. Each state is vastly different with its own culture. It's very unique. That being said, in America's history, I mean, I took this in my master's program. Why not go for the jugular mentioning healthcare? I have not honestly been very well lectured or well versed within the healthcare department. I mean, like, by that, I mean, I am still trying to learn a few things to make my argument because healthcare in America is expensive. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it is very, very expensive. I mean, are you trying to argue for more of a socialized healthcare policy where the government pays for it? Because for me, at least, I have an opinion on that. Like, my opinion on regards to that is that, like, there are people in America that don't look after themselves. They don't take care of themselves. As a result, it's like, I don't see a good... Okay, let me put it this way. In America, we have an obesity epidemic, okay? People aren't working out. People aren't exercising often. People aren't taking good care of their health. One of the downsides I can see with socialized healthcare is that we're treating the symptoms and not the causes itself. That's one example. Now understand, here's the thing. When it comes to cancer, when it comes to like HIV/AIDS, for individual like diseases like that, I am all for treating those. I am all for treating those people, because guess what? Barring like some weird instance, a lot of them didn't. You know, it just happens. Like cancer is one of them. Cancer, I don't know if you know this, but it just happens to people. Healthcare should be free, but bro, why should we paying an old grand be paying to get her? Yeah, no, I mean, here's the thing. Even I looked at the prices, I'm like, damn. So for me, I'm still like trying to figure out what happened, what went wrong along the road. Because I mean, the healthcare system it needs some work, I'm not gonna lie.
But yeah, apart from that, you practically won. Number 2, the guns. America.
Yeesh, okay, here you go.
We're seemingly the only country in the world with the right to bear arms given by a piece of paper written in the 18th century by a bunch of two pissheads is more important than the right to not be shot in the faces.
You know, fun fact, our Second Amendment came from English philosophers. Wait. Okay, hold up, wait. Let me take that back, let me see. Yeah, English philosopher, John Locke. So it's regards to defending your own rights and property. Because if someone comes into your house, they're not gonna have the best of intentions. That's what I argue, at least.
School. Number 3, your laws at 18.
Why are y'all obsessed with guns? It's not that we're obsessed with guns, I'd have to say this, it's part of the culture. Like, I wouldn't say, I hate to say it. It is a part of American culture. Like, here's the thing. Boy, like, when you're at a very, very young age, because I'm an American, if you can't tell. I'm from America. When you grow up, video games, we have, like, laser tag, we have paintball, we have all these video games. It's all about guns. Like, I don't know if you guys have it, but we have stuff like that. We have laser tag. We have all these other things. As a kid, you kind of, like, you know, you kind of like it a little bit, not gonna lie. Bro, we have shooters too. No, like, here's the thing. It's like, regardless, like, America has a culture around guns. Certain cultures do have, like, I know China has, like, a tribe. They're, like, the only people allowed to have guns. But some cultures, like, have a different kind of respect towards it. I have legit not seen a gun not handled by a cop ever. Over here in America, they have to, like, I'm not saying they have to be armed. But, like, here in America, like, our police are armed for the worst case scenario possible.
You can vote, go to war, adopt a family of 3, but the responsibility of drinking, smoking, or gambling, you're simply 3 years too young.
Oh, okay, but 18 and 21. I'll be honest with you, when I turned 21, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna drink a lot, I'm gonna, like, go to every bar and have a drink. Okay, and then I got older, I'm like, okay, it's overrated, and it's expensive.
Before your celebrity culture in other countries conspiring, murderers, killers, con men, and sex pests are often put in jail and never mentioned again. In America, they're given their own Netflix series, 20 million Instagram followers, a brand.
Because it brings the money. I will say this, though. People thirsting over Zac Efron when he was like, what was he? Hold up. Zac Efron, serial killer. Who did he play? Who did he play? Ted Bundy. Yeah, I mean, I was like, I'm in the same boat. Like, I don't want to drink unless I want to.
Anti-Semitism is 100% an issue that needs to be
I think I picked too many TikToks. This was gonna be a short stream, but whatever. All right, let's take a let's take a look at this.
So the BRICS nations
Yeah. I think we're just gonna come straight into the news. That's a nice little tracer. But I already mentioned this, so I'm not gonna mention it again. Report claims Yemen Houthis have a hypersonic missile provided by. Let me see if they. Yemen claims to have a new hypersonic missile. Russian state TV reported it. More than likely, either Iran or Russia gave it to them. I'm more inclined to believe Iran because everything that's going on in the Middle East, Hezbollah, Hamas, Yemen, they're all tied to Iran. Yeah, no, like, here's the thing. For me, I like rosé wine. I love wine. Wine is my thing because you can taste it. Bourbon, you can also kind of taste it, but man, it hits you hard. But yeah, with this hypersonic missile, this might be maybe it might even out the playing field in the Red Sea, but it just depends. Hence why the U.S. is hosting indirect talks with Iran to kind of stop things in the Houthi Red Sea. I mean, Russia, China, they're trying to talk to them too. They're trying to get everybody to calm down because the Red Sea is affecting everybody. Now, Russia and China are most heavily affected by this because China, most of its GDP is dependent on its exports, and Russia, they need as much as they can for the war. Hanzik, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you and what's the legal age to drink in Chechnya? Because I don't know what it is. Ooh, we got some. Go away. You know, I am very triggered when it comes. I am triggered when it comes to ads. What did you do? Just yeah. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry, Hanzik. I'm sorry. I mispronounced it. Sorry. I thought that was an abbreviation. That was my bad. I apologize. I thought. Okay, hey, fair enough, fair enough. Czechia, okay. I thought that was wrong. That was my bad. I'm ignorant. Sorry. That's how I say it, right? Czechia. Did I say it right? Czechia. Hans. Okay, that works. Czechia. Okay, Czechia. Let's go with that. Is that Hans? Is that correct? Czechia. Ooh, I love learning languages. I love learning different cultures. Czechia. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I apologize. Oh, you just had to. This is kind of too spicy to close off with. So first one. I think we'll close it off with this. I like interacting with my audiences. Okay, so let's see this. We got YouTube.
We know that the duck
We got
is
dumb
not
ads.
the same in
I will
18
say this.
years, and
They
that's a really
purposely
great
put the
feature for
worst
us.
ads on here just to get you to pay. Chitavertek. Okay, now. Chitavertek.
The all-new GoDaddy. The Arrow helps you get your business online in minutes with the power of AI.
Okay.
With the perfect name, great logo, and a beautiful.
I used YouTube, is that correct? Chitavertek. Go away. Chitavertek. I don't know any of that language. It's cool though, I like it. Okay, now for a harder one. Okay, so while he's pulling that up, North Korea test drives its newest tank. Let's take a look at it. Oh wow. Thus conducting its own rehearsals. This is the third time Kim ordered heightened readiness for the war. Was reported to observe the military exercise in the past 2 months. The U.S. and South Korea have been expanding their training exercises with the latest round involving computer simulated command posts and 48 kinds of field exercises. North Korea military preparations followed by Kim Jong-un, in which he pledges to rewrite the constitution to eliminate the country's long-standing goal to seek peaceful reunification and cement South Korea as its invariable principal enemy. He said the new constitution must specify North Korea would annex and subjugate the South if another war broke out. Good luck with that. Ooh, okay, this is interesting. Oh, this is a okay. Oh, okay. Hans, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna try and learn it so tomorrow I can get it. I'm gonna do my best. I will do my best, the best I can. But I'm gonna say this. My streams are gonna be earlier and shorter because I've been noticing the later it is, my sleep has been kind of going on the downside. But I do want to thank everybody for the participation and for people lurking. You know, you're always welcome to lurk. I'm never gonna call anyone out. I did call people out when I first streamed. That was bad. But thank you to everybody on here. Thank you, Hans. Thank you, Hans. I look forward. If you jump in the next stream and you comment, I'm gonna have it ready, hopefully. And thank you to Puck you for disagreeing. You know, I like people that disagree. I wish you could come by more. You can disagree more. But anyways, this is Warrior Insights with you,